So, for the third Cathane, we're going to talk about the Eshu. The Eshu come from Yoruba mythology and folklore out of Africa. One of the few times African folklore makes a showing in World of Darkness straight from the beginning. The Eshu are wandering storytellers. They collect stories and tales like gold. And that's what they value more than anything. Childers often go about willy-nilly trying to find stories and tales to add to their repertoire because they have so few to start with. Eshu are intensely social. They love being a part of what's going on and learning people's stories, adding them to their growing repertoire. As they age, wilders tend to be a little more discerning, tracking down specific tales, trying to find them within the world. Eshu are not known for staying long in any one place. An Eshu that is in one place for more than a week or a month is quite unusual. And then when they reach the level of becoming a grump, it's less about the number of tales they find and the completeness. They want the whole story. It's not just the number of stories you have, it's the completeness of those stories. Eshu are the wandering minstrels and bards of the changeling world, but without the music. That's the provenance of the Cluracan. Eshu are more about the tales, the stories. They want to know all the legends they can find. In a way, some Eshu are the investigative reporters of the Cathane. The unleashing for them tends to be, how shall I put it? It's accompanied by the chiming of bells. It's a very storied experience. There might seem to be a little bit of theme music playing that you could swear you'd hear as they're telling the tale. If it's adventuresome, maybe you swear you hear Indiana Jones's theme music. Maybe if it's a struggle against some overwhelming Imperial force, you can feel the Star Wars theme playing in the back of your mind. But they have an odd frailty, and that's recklessness. When it comes to pursuing those stories, they'll risk a lot in an effort to find it. They can go to great lengths, much like said Indiana Jones in trying to acquire his treasures of history. They'll do the same for the tales of other people. The Eshu are often seen as something flighty because they don't stay in one place for very long, but at the same time, they can carry messages back and forth between holdfasts, domains, getting word from one area of the world to another, allowing full communication in the fairy world. The dreaming can be a marvelous place for the Eshu, but so can the mortal world, because many things that happen in the mortal world that many don't see, the Eshu treasure. Remember, it's all about those stories. They may get to witness a climactic battle between two tribes of werewolves, one of the Gaian wolves and one of the black spiral dancers. Maybe they get to witness a mage conclave from afar as quintessence and gnosis and glamour can have much in common at times. In this way, too, they can run afoul of mages, seeking out the same well springs of spiritual energy. The Eshu are a fun Cathane. If you want to play the storyteller, if you want to play the history seeker, maybe the Eshu are for you. And in these dour, dire nights, when the sun sets far too early, will you go seeking people's stories so that in a way they live forever, tucked within your tales, perhaps written down for later generations to find? Will you foster the dreaming and the way of getting people to tell their stories?